Alright, so I really hate group projects like most people in the world. And I just had to sit through one that was like agonizing in every way. Like, okay, we had to start it off by learning about propaganda. Propaganda, how people sell you things. How you like look at a commercial and you're like, "Oh, buy that I want to buy that 5-year-old kid's Shopkins thing. It looks like it would be tons of fun, even though it's just a tiny plastic toy that can't even move its limbs. You know, like what every kid wants in life. But anyways, we're sitting like, we learn about this, and the teacher's like, okay, you guys have to make a commercial for a product that you make. Well, I make up a product, and I'm about to, go off with it, and then the teacher says the one dreaded thing that it's the word I would use in use for swearing. That's how much I despise of it. She says we have to do it in a group. Okay, it sucked. It sucked a lot, and we were allowed to pick. So you think it'd be good? Well, it's not, because the people I was about to work with, another person just comes running in and says, "Excuse me, I'm working with you guys." So we're standing around and we're presenting our ideas. We have like 3 minutes left in class, and they're like, "What if we do hair gel for the greasers from The Outsiders?" Because with the propaganda project, we have to use a character that everyone knows in the class, and we all read the story about it. And I said, what about the guy from The Outsider who was a zombie and he was dead, but he didn't know he was dead? And obviously, because everyone was doing hair gel, we went with my idea. Well, the person didn't really like it that much. Her name is Rain. She absolutely, she just wanted to be in charge of the project, which is, we all need leaders. But she was like kind of inputting herself into everything. It was really annoying, to be honest. And, whenever we're sitting around, we're trying to like talk about this, the bell rings and we all grab our stuff. My friend is coming over to my classroom to my like last period study hall. And, we sit around and we just kind of mess around for that. But the girl, Rain, she wanted to come in. We tell her, no, we're not working on the project, we're messing around. And, she was kind of mad about that. Okay, but cut to the next day. Me, the two other girls who are working, they're lovely, by the way. Their name is Sarah and Emily. Sorry, I'm just telling you this now. But anyways, we're standing around talking. And then Rain comes in and says, I already wrote the script. We weren't told that they wrote a script. They just did it, okay? We weren't even like, we didn't know that they were writing a script. They just did it. Without talking to us, without talking to everyone. That, like, hey, what about this idea for the script? Because this is the day we're supposed to be, planning that out. Apparently not in their eyes. It sucks. And they're like, I wrote the script it's about the end game. I said, I don't really like superheroes. Could we do something else? And they're like, oh, but no, just read the script. It's really funny. Even the other two girls didn't really enjoy that idea because we weren't a part of it. It's a group project. We gotta work as a group. I know, it's crazy, but that's kind of how it is. So, we read it. I gotta give them props. It was funny. I just don't like superheroes, and I know another person in the group doesn't really like it. So, we say, hey, don't write any more scripts without us. We would like to be a part of it. And they're like, oh yeah, sure, I'm sorry, but are we going to use it? I said, no, how about we go with something else? So then it's like all of our creation. We all get a good grade for it, not just one person. And, they say, okay. So, bell rings again. We got to go off. Me and Sarah are messing around in the study hall again. And then, we go home. We get up the next day. Here comes Rain again, and they're just kind of, we tell, I told them all about the idea last night about, hey, why don't we make it into emos? And they're like, oh yeah, fam, I'm dead inside. Because, 2005 emos are like weird and somehow they still exist. I don't know. I don't understand it. But, that was my idea. And then they wrote half of that script. Again, my one complaint was, hey, please don't do this without us. Because it's a group project, not one person. So, we don't have that much time to rewrite a new one, so we kind of just go with it. And the good thing about this one is Sarah did help with it, and, at least there was something there. But, we turn it in. It was, it was approved. It was like, teacher said it was okay. So we tried recording over the weekend, the whole video. But no, Rain says that her mom was sick and she couldn't come over. And we're like, oh, okay, sorry. It's her mom was sick, so she didn't want to drive. We're like, yeah, that's okay. Do you need us to pick you up or anything? And she said, no, I don't want to get picked up. Her mom, that would have been fine. Other than the fact we've been, planning that since we got the project. But I could let that slide. Her mom is sick. It was a little annoying, but we at least got the props for everything else. And, we were kind of doing what we needed to do without them. And that could, wait. So, we make our product the pulsifier, which is what we named it, because it checks if you have a pulse or not. And if you have a pulse, it means you're probably not dead. So, we're done with that. We go home, and we're waiting. Okay? We're waiting for the next time we can record. The day before we have to turn in the project, we record. Okay, this sounds bad, but we're all busy on other days. And so, we're sitting around working on our project, and we're filming, we're doing stuff. We kidnapped another person, her name's Ellie, to, help film us. She did a great job. Great girl. And after that, all of a sudden, we were recording it on Rain's phone, and then they're like, hey, I want to watch all the videos. I said, okay, just remember to send me the recordings first, because I'm going to edit it. They're like, yeah, right. So, we're standing around my friend's backyard for, a bit, and I'm like, hey, are you done sending it to me? And they're like, no, I'm watching it. And I said, why? I need you to send this to me or else I can't, edit. They said, all right. So, we give them another, 10 minutes, and then we're like, hey, you guys want to go out for a walk? Because there's a graveyard up there, and we were just going to go walk around. I don't think it's really disrespectful to walk around graveyards. Well, Rain thought it was, so, she was sitting down, and another girl was with her, the girl we kidnapped. Again, that's fine. You're allowed to have different opinions. You're allowed to think anything. That wasn't my point. But, we spend an hour there, just walking around, talking to everyone. And then, we go back to my friend Sarah's house, because that's who we were recording it at. We go into her house, and we're talking about it. We're like, okay, did you send the videos? Rain looks at me and says, no, I'll do that right now. Well, what were you doing in that 10 minutes that I asked you to and you said okay? I wasn't going to make a big deal out of it. But then we realize we cannot have that be sent into my phone because the files are too big. And that's where I'm slamming my head against every single brick wall I see in the next 5-mile radius. We could have avoided that problem just by, doing stuff. By seeing, hey, if it could be sent to me, I don't have to do that much for it. Brilliant, am I right? Well, apparently not to her, because, she said no, and Emily has to go because her parents are there to pick her up. And this sucks because she has to be in it. She is not the director. I was the director, meaning I didn't really have to be in it, but she had to. Everyone who wasn't the director had to be inside the film. So, you know, we're kind of mad about this because that was like the one thing I asked of them to actually make sure that was going on. And they couldn't even do that. Like, Rain, I get it. You don't care about your grades. You can't just drag everyone else down with you and down that hole. It's not right. We're all in this together. It's why we all hate group projects. Anyways, I'm sorry about that tangent. I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. I guess that's what they're called. I I know I photoshopped Willany into some random pixeler princess, and I gotta say, I'm not sorry about that. Not sure which one yet, because I didn't record the footage. Anyways, have a nice day. Good night. Please, please end my suffering. This is what my life has come to. Photoshopping poor YouTubers into whatever Disney princess I can manage. It's not even good Photoshop. I need to work on that. Bye, guys. Back to the story.